Okay, welcome the new subscribers. One more drink before we do that. Okay, where we left off on was R9 Rover, which was kind of like Range Rover, maybe it's Range Rover. And it's interesting. I watched a couple of his videos, and he is Muslim, and it's interesting. It's interesting. My friend in Montana, the conservative guy who sends me these propaganda type conservative emails, sent me a slideshow of Muslims marching in London, and the placards that they were holding up were very volatile. And I've seen this before, but what and I don't know where. It might have been on one of the alternative news sites. I don't think it was on any mainstream media, so he does have a point. He says that these pictures were not shown in the United States because of the liberal media. Well, I've seen them. So a smart person can find this stuff on their own. And I just had to just brush it aside because the equivalent of showing those people and what they were saying, you know, like all infidels must have their heads chopped off and things like that, is the equivalent of holding up pictures of the Ku Klux Klan and saying, these are Christians, okay? The Ku Klux Klan does use the cross as their symbol. They do apparently worship Jesus Christ, but they're a fringe group, okay? And Range Rover, R9 Range Rover, the second video that I watched, he talked about the teachings of Allah and the role of women, and talked a lot about stoning and capital punishment. And I said that I said it sounds pretty brutal. I myself am against capital punishment. Now, for you Americans, well, or Christians or conservatives that might be watching, I know many of you believe in capital punishment, and so you're on the same side as Muslims then, because to me it's just brutality, and that's aside from the network of evil where you must all die, all of you. Yeah, network of evil thing. Everybody must die. We'll eat your hearts out and drink your blood. Oh, what is it that Misanthropic 66 has that quote on her page? Oh, and I don't have it memorized, but it's the Addams Family motto. We will eat those that try to subdue us, or something like that. So, but seriously, capital punishment, I think, is barbaric. And if you think that it's much different electrocuting somebody or injecting them with poison rather than stoning, sure, one might be more bloody than the other, but it's still, in the end, you're killing somebody. And I said, yeah, I don't really like the capital punishment thing. And he was listing all these punishments, for adultery. The two people must be stoned, must be put to death. And he said he didn't care for capital punishment either, but it's God's will. I will beg to differ on that, but that's for another argument. But anyway, it was interesting. It's interesting, and that's the wonderful thing about YouTube, that if you choose to, you can go listen to Christians speak, and you can go listen to Muslims speak, and you can go listen to atheists speak. And some of these different people are quite reasonable and quite civilized, and some of them are just completely nuts. So there you go. Who's right and who's wrong? It's all upside down, isn't it? In fact, the network of evil is like the nicest group of people I've met so far on YouTube. So there you go. What's in a name? Okay, so let me welcome my newest subscribers, Walter MH111. And apparently he's just dipping into YouTube. He's got 18 subscriptions, and so thank you. And really no favorites and no videos posted yet. But welcome aboard, Walter. I hope you tune in to watch each and every Fez Night faithfully. And And pretty soon I'll be posting some other videos. Like, first of all, I got to get that Leon show thing away. And stay tuned for a tribute to myself, Citizenkong. I'm working on a new icon, and it'll feature, the video will be a clip of some music. And let me just say, Citizenkong, I try to stay with all original material. And I mean, the photography that I show is usually, as far as I remember, all my own photography. If I'm stating something, it might be from an email or I'm reading aloud from a magazine, but I'll tell you that. And other than that, I mean, my little music in the beginning and the end is a garage band from Macintosh software. So that's I'm not violating any copyrights there. But for my tribute to Fez Night, I'm breaking my own rule, and I'll be pirating some music for that. Oh yeah, pirating is what I'll be doing. Pirating. Frankly, I think this whole copyright thing is nonsense. But well, I can see making money. It's capitalism. A sad thing. I heard a little thing about Cervantes and his writing of Don Quixote, and there was no copyright laws when he published his book, and he didn't make any money on it. There were all these bootleg, pirated, pseudo stories of Don Quixote going about. People just like stealing from him and printing their own books. So I don't know. I think the government should run it. The government should just give all artists a living wage and then just eliminate the copyright law, okay? I'd be happy. Just want to survive. I don't want a bunch of money. I don't need to be rich. If I want those sponsors, Beefeater Gin. Fez Night with Beefeater Gin. Pretty good, huh? All right. Moving right along. Look, now I'm watching the clock here. I don't want to just go to a 7-parter, eh?